My name is Andrew Oda, and I'm a artist and caregiver based in the Charlottesville area of Virginia.
And what's your focus as an artist?
My focus is usually working with sound, basically, sound and music. I'm a musician, and I also have a big interest in kind of more abstract and I guess people would say experimental side of music.
Can you tell us about when in your life this creative pursuit began and like how you found your way to that point?
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting story. So I was back in 2019 or early 2020. I was kind of going through a rough patch and had kind of just come out of a like I guess tragedy, and wasn't really focused on music, and was having lots of self-doubt and just questions of like what am I doing, and I ended up just taking a lot of the music that I was working on and trashing it, and I put it into the trash can on the laptop. And like 3 months later, I kind of just had an inkling of an idea. I was like, oh, that would work with that piece I was working on. And I was kind of doing some cleaning, and I found out that I didn't delete the trash can. So I pulled everything out and added that piece into the work. And I was like, oh, this is actually kind of good. Like, I don't know if anyone would listen to it, but I'll just like send it out to a label that I was really interested in at the time, and they got back to me pretty immediately, and that became my first album. And I just had lots of enthusiastic response to it, and so that just made me more wanting to keep going.
Where do you draw your inspiration from?
A lot of it is based on what I'm reading at the time. Like again, like just was going through the library here and won The Dream in the Underworld. Somehow this is gonna fit into the music. I don't know how. But yeah, just a lot is based on what I'm reading, and then that kind of goes into these questions of on what I'm thinking about. And I have a huge interest in, I guess, like consciousness studies, and also like the paranormal and supernatural. So I think that's always infused with what I'm doing. Yeah, so like going back to the idea of kind of these abstract creatures and I guess forms. I like to have them kind of feel like they're moving around in the space, kind of, almost like you can reach out and touch them and stuff. I think that's really cool. So I was kind of trying to get this idea of these creatures in an environment, and like the one thing that I've noticed is it always seems like these kind of sonic characters are never happy to be where they are. they're always like introduced, and then like right away they're just like, all right, it's time to go. Like they're like wanting to break free from the environment that they're put in, which is really interesting. I don't know why it seems that way, but yeah, they're always quickly, hey guys, okay, let's go. Like, this is like a their nature recordings, and then they get introduced to these other characters later on. and they're always kind of chaotic for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, it goes on to say another. I don't know if all these pieces, all these sections will fit together in the way that it's presented, but as a very high pitched tone and very low pitched tone, and it's kind of creating this wavering effect. Other characters are going to be introduced. But yeah, I can, and then I'm also been trying to work on rhythm stuff. Let's see. Just because I don't really know where this project is going. I have an idea of kind of creating these more I don't know, the word abstract just comes to mind. Abstract textures as the building blocks for like percussion and like percussive elements. And then recording like almost like a basic pop-ish project. So yeah, I've been working with guitar and keys and everything. But so yeah, this is a little percussion thing that I was trying to do. I recorded the sound of that heater over there with this thing. Later on you can hear it. But it kind of has a cool ring to it. That's the heater over there. I think it's pretty loud. Yeah, so that's another thing that I'm trying to work on, and I changed. Where's it at? Yeah, this little section is part of the same group of recordings where I kind of pitched up the sound of the heater, and I tried to make it sound almost like a dulcimer. And I added other repeating patterns to it. Yeah, so this is very tonal. And it has like a heartbeat thing going on. So that's another random thing. What else? Oh yeah, we had in the village that I live, we have a Irish band that plays, and so I went and saw them on St. Patrick's Day, and was just listening to the way that they do the kind of jig structure kind of thing, and I was like, oh, that'd be kind of interesting to try to make like a jig. I think that's what it's called. On like a synth and add my own percussion stuff to it. So yeah, it's just like a synthetic Irish song. kind of tries to sound like pipes coming in. So it has very pulsing tempo to it. It's guitar. Yeah, see, like, I don't know how this is gonna fit with like the weird stuff, but like, I don't know. That's what I'm thinking of, having the more strange stuff be the texture. Um, yeah, yeah, and I have lots of just basic walking around outside. Um, yeah, Zoom recordings. Oh, this, I guess I can do a. This thing has been pretty cool to use, because they have so many so many tapes back there, and I had asked Camilla if I could just use one to record my own stuff. So yeah, this was like a, it's called the Magic Word. It's like a soft like jazz record or tape. And like what you can do is like, yeah. Yeah, so like you can record your voice, hello, hello. You can record. I've been recording guitar parts and then putting it into here, playing it back on the computer, have this recording from the computer, so it creates this even more decaying kind of quality. Like tape over. Yeah, so like you can record your voice, hello, hello. You can record, but yeah, so like I'll record stuff, put it into the computer, and then like just like create all these different effects and stuff. And yeah, it's really has been really fun. I hope I'm not recording anything like important, but yeah, there's a lot. And I think yeah, I also think that this will be influential on whatever it is I'm making, because I like the contrast of like when you listen to an album, or if you watch like a film and there's like a like very like black and white contrast or like juxtaposition of like I'm thinking of a movie. I don't know if you saw the movie Waves, if you've seen that. Yeah, but it's like divided into like two parts, where like the first part is very chaotic and like overwhelming, and then something happens, and then the second part is very like tranquil and subtle. And I feel like the aspect of having these tapes where it's like side A is a soft jazz rock, side B is like medieval choir music, like because like there is stuff back there that's like that. And I like yeah, I think having that 1-2 structure is really interesting, has been really interesting to me, and I think it will probably find its way into whatever I'm making.